Hello everybody, how's everyone day? Okay, seems that this year Japan have a very rough start for 2024, and anyone who know very well and watch the news, and I had thought about this in live stream, but I wanted to kind of like check carefully before I put out all the fact out first. So in regard is that apparently on New Year itself, or maybe the day after it itself, more to be exact, there was a series of earthquakes, some small one to finally a big one, and it caused a lot of problem because it was happening in Sea of Japan, and it happened to be so huge that it was around 7.6, the recorded highest, and it caused so much disruption where building got rise, or even the building was shaking around. There is video of the shaking that I will not put up the video for you guys to share, but you guys can just check it out yourself. It was really very serious, and even to the point that people who was some of the Japanese VTuber or YouTuber who were doing live stream, when they were having like when they feel the quake in Tokyo, most of them just stopped midway for safety reason. And the thing is, right, I was waiting for some of the facts to come out, including like death row, all these things, like how many people have confirmed or whatsoever. So apparently that after reading at some of the situation, it seems that the earthquake hit so huge to the point that some of the building actually do collapse, especially the olden building. Yes, olden building tends to be made out of wood. There is no much bridge or metal in them, it's just plain wood, and which the reason why when people say like why is room to room so paper thin, like you can hear other people, is because it's just wood. There is no more insulation, there is not much voice passing that can pass through easily through the wood, so it caused so many problems. And the thing is, right, the destruction was so huge that that most building like really just collapsed though. So in regard is that it has been confirmed that survivor death, like they are trying to still find some survivor even till now, and the poor weather including raining is, and the cold weather is not really helping. So overall right now, sad to know that it had been raised to, at the time of this recording, is to 78. And yes, at the start of the year, 78 people have been confirmed dead, and 330 injured due to the magnitude of the Noto of the earthquake of the Noto Peninsula. So the thing is, right, it has happened, and many are still even homeless right now because many people still can't go back due to the, like again I mentioned, some of the building are really just gone. The building are actually all disappeared, like there's no way for you to return at all. And as well as there is also the risk of the tsunami due to the earthquake. I mean, like 7.6, if they, even if it's just a small tsunami, it is still technically a tsunami though. So the thing is, right, it happened on the new year itself. It is kind of like scary because considering that, well, many people are kind of like celebrating, or there are even cases where people just return to their homeland even if during that period to visit their parents. So having this sort of thing happening on the day itself is really disheartening. And to everyone who I remember there was someone who asked me along the line that am I safe out. The one thing I can tell you guys again and again is that I am not in Japan anymore. So I only learned about this, and I have checked with some of my Japanese friends who was in Tokyo. Most of them are safe. One of them was still shaken due to the earthquake that shook pretty badly at that time. It is there was still some earthquake, even though some of them still are. And the thing is, right, this earthquake was very scary because what you guys have to understand is that in Japan, the earthquake, right, when there is a big one, the aftershock, or normally I will call it the aftermath for some reason, is that the aftershock is still there. Because the thing is, anyone who know earthquake is that it's just too plain of or the fault of the the earth itself is trying to either move here or move that. The earth itself is alive. Like in some way, I say a long time ago that the earth is alive in a sense. So the plate, I believe, is that it's moving. The force and the plate are moving in a way that, because it jerked for some reason 7.6, right? So there will be a series of earthquake aftershock effect, or whatever you want to call it, that it is still happening. So if you guys go and check out some of the series of quake, like there is a series of it though, that can ball from 3.0 to 5.0. It is still very, very high because it is still technically shaking. So at the time of this recording, the only thing I can say is that from what I know, it seems that most of the Japanese people are already technically in the shelter for now to wait until everything is settled. So it will probably take a few days first. And it seems that a lot of even the Japanese are trying their best to bring food and stuff to there, and it seems that one was in such a hurry, a plane was such in hurry, that it caused another disaster. So which disaster am I referring? I'm referring to the Japan airline flight crash. So apparently at Haneda, one after another is like disaster after disaster. So at Haneda there is actually a fire due to a plane crash. So basically in regards is that there is some sort of crash between two flights, and one of them was a passenger airliner. So the thing is, right, it seems that there was some crash between the Japan coastline plane and the Japan airline Airbus, or the airplane they call it. Is that the crash was crashed, and while all the people on board of the passenger flight as well as the crew, I believe the captain, every one of them, they survived because due to their although panicking, the video did show a lot of people panicking, but they were able to evacuate in time. Everyone was able to get out of the plane on time before the fire gotten worse. So it happened quite so damn fast. And if you guys look at the picture, the plane really burned very dangerously. So it seems that things just happened, and one of my friend was at the airplane at the time, so her flight was cancelled, and I kind of guess that, yeah, it's good she's not like that, because I was like wondering, was it her, and I actually have to go and DM her to check was it a flight or something along the line. So apparently that this is just a flight from along the line of domestic flight within Japan. And what actually basically happened was that it's seemingly based on speculation that that might be due to communication error on the control, the airflow control, that caused two flights to crash. One of the flight was supposed to carry surprises or some stuff to the earthquake area, the earthquake affected area, and it seems there was some miscommunication there that caused two flights to crash into each other. And sadly, all 5 people on the flight that did not survive. 5 of them did not survive, but at least we know that all the passengers on the passenger flight have managed to evacuate, even though it seems to me that they may lost their belonging. But between belonging and their life, I think it is such like, I think some professor deem it a miracle work, because a crash with a fire on a plane is not a funny thing, because what you guys have to understand is that plane itself, right, contain jet fuel, and that jet fuel burn very easily. It's really burnable easily. So when a spark causes a fire, it most of the time people ask like, why do plane burn so damn easily? Like, the fire is so hard to contain. Like, even when firefighter want to put out the fire, it doesn't stop that easily. Like you don't it's like they're trying to pour water onto a huge fire, and why a small little pit of water? How are you gonna sprinkle? How are you gonna sprinkle a little bit of water spray onto a big fire and wish that it will stop? Well, the thing is, right, the source of, like, again, is due to the I believe is the jet fuel, and jet fuel burn very easily. Which the reason why if you look at the photo, it burns that fast. As well as on the other hand, because if we actually also consider that the belonging of the luggage in the that is near to the jet fuel, I believe, in terms of the design wise, when the fire reach to the belonging, it is gonna burn at the same time, and that also help to increase the burning fuel, all these things. So at the end of the day, this is still at the based on speculation. I don't want to comment or give too much depth in regards to until the further investigation will come out in future. I'm very unlikely to talk about this. The only thing I'm actually kind of a little bit speechless and shocked about this whole thing is that at the start of the year, Japan have a very rough start, and it the only thing we all can say is that let's all pray to their safety. Also, by the way, it seems that just as a warning, that there is some people who is creating some fundraising for Japan safety, all these things. I currently will in future, if we will see how it goes. But the one thing is that you guys have to be very careful. Is that be careful of the scamming fundraising, that some might create a scam to do so. So if you really want to check out some of the fundraising or whatsoever, do check out some of them at the Japan government website that is certified. Those are the most reliable one to donate to, as well as to consider if you really want to go. I won't put up the link for you guys. You have to do research because I'm not quite sure some of them. If there is a link there, I just check it out yourself in the below. I will consider. I might have to check it out myself first before I can give a proper one to you guys. So in regards right now, for everyone on Japan, if you're in Japan and watching this, I hope the safety for everyone as well as you. And if you're watching this in other country, let's just all praise for their safety and well-being for now, and hopefully have such thing to, like, hopefully there is no more issue on for Japan at the start of the year, because this is just sad to hear that this thing happening on the start of the year itself. So with that being said, hope you guys all have a nice day or night. Bye.